Good morning, everyone. Bill and Kay with KB Tricks.
Good morning.
Where are we at home? What are we doing?
We are on the Celebrity Infinity, but today is our very first port day. We are getting off the ship. We are in Rhodes, Greece.
Yeah, we are traveling with Twin Cities Live, part of their Greek Islands vacation tour with Carousel Travel. There's been some debate here. Is it pronounced Rhodes, Rhodes? Rhodes?
Yeah, I keep hearing both.
Okay, we'll find out today, hopefully. As we're getting up, we're looking out on our veranda, and you can see some old ruins kind of thing. Really cool looking architecture right here off the port. We're sharing port with the Blue Sapphire. Can't tell what cruise line that is. Big S on it. And then you can see off the distance the buildings. And what's really cool is this one wall that they have going along the shoreline. This is just amazing to see. We're gonna go grab ourselves some breakfast at the buffet, but there's the look off the other side of the ship. Not much to see that way. Just looks like it's ocean and more pier. This is a good time to be up on the pool decks. No one's out here yet. I'm not even sure if the pools are technically open, but I'm sure they are. Gonna go walk around the buffet. I'll basically, if anything's different, I'll show it, but otherwise, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot of the same stuff from yesterday. We got our breakfast, and we sat outside on the aft of the ship at the buffet, and we got a great view for breakfast. A little windy out here, but it's getting nice. There's nothing too terribly different from the buffet from yesterday, so I didn't shoot anything. But what did you get?
Today I did a waffle with caramelized bananas.
We got some pastries
and I got a chocolate pastry, yeah.
Hash browns
and bacon and potatoes.
And another.
I got another poached egg.
And I got pancakes and eggs, and this is English bacon. And they had a conversation with ham and some cheese.
So we checked into our excursion. We are now in line to get off the ship. We are doing a medieval walking tour. Not really quite sure, so it's a setup for us, so not really sure what we're doing. So it'll be a surprise for everyone. We are in front of our paddle of power, and we've got some earpieces. We were just given a map. So this is where we are today. One thing we were told is this is the largest walled city, larger than the Vatican. This is the 3 dolphin statue. Stop here for a moment to take some photos. This is known as the Gate of the Virgin Mary, and this is where we'll end our tour today. But we're also starting our tour today here. It's windy, so I apologize, but the green is where we're going to be walking today. This is called the Marina Gate. This is where we are entering the city. This is an olive tree. You can see the little buds up there. They'll eventually become olives. We're currently walking, we're heading toward the museum, but it's really cool. We've got like restaurants and little shops all along our way. They have cats everywhere here. They said they spay and neuter them, and if people want to take them home, they just have to have a passport. This used to be a moat with what's left here. This is just amazing, the views. Our guide let us know, so these smooth stones, this is a shopping area, but once we head up here to the cobblestones, this is either signals historical or residential areas. We're on our way to the Palace of the Knights. So as we're noticing, there are cats everywhere. So they even have a little, can follow them on Instagram, can donate. Here's another kitty right there. So this used to be the church. And this is the Palace of the Knights up ahead. This is actually the second one, because the original was blown up. Down here is the Street of the Knights. This is the square for Knight's Palace. This is just amazing. Got a little close up of the statues here. into the palace. It is 46 steps up to the top. We're in a mosaic room right now. It's amazing in here.
With more colors. Please take a picture thanks to the quality of the cameras of our phones. The colors will brighten up and you can see more details.
There's a couple of statues in here. And it's kind of the main mosaic on the floor in here. The detail is so interesting. This is the other side then of the mosaics.
Beware of Greek stand gifts, because he realized this wooden horse of the Greeks was nothing else but a trick for the Greeks to come into the city. But he couldn't really figure out what was going on, because the Trojans, yes, they had let the dogs loose. And the dogs didn't smell anything funny. So they decided that it was a good idea to bring him to the city, and that made Lampon say his phrase as he was running down to the beach to tell them not to bring this wooden horse into the city.
This is a mosaic of Medusa. Just look at the detail. This is the setup of a typical knight's setup for their furniture. Very basic. This is another mosaic. This one was actually moved here. It was originally at the Basilica of St. John. Most of this furniture is all from the second half of the 19th century. Some of it's been reupholstered, but...
February 1113, through a paperwork, Pope Pascal II declared the order.
This was a hospitality room. We've now left the Palace of the Knights. We're about ready to go down the Knight Road, as they called it, and we're going to end up at the Archaeological Museum. It's gotten a lot busier here since we first got here, that's for sure. We just headed in and paid our admission to the Archaeological Museum. So this is the entryway here.
Where the stones, these particular stones, will be placed in. First, gunpowder and bits of metal, shreds of metal, and then we'll place this cannonball, which was fitting only a specific cannon. If you didn't have the right cannonball, you cannot use the cannon.
We're on the second floor. This actually used to be a hospital. This was the original hospital ward where they used to treat patients. And they each had their own separate little doorway that they could go in and out from the outside too. This is a statue of Aphrodite.
And this is the head of the Helios, allegedly a copy of the head of the Colossus.
Bunch of other marble statues and busts in this room.
The vitality and the power that this head had.
We finished with the museum, and our tour for the day is essentially over. Bill, Kristen, and Cece are working. They are currently interviewing our tour guide. And we're just hanging out in this beautiful square. So after they finished up working, we stopped at this restaurant called Soprano. We're with our tour guide. She said this is very good. So we're waiting on our food, but got a couple of drinks. I got a strawberry spritz, and Bill has a happy cocktail.
Starting to get our food. I ordered calamari, which the server said was caught locally. I am ready to dig into this. This looks great.
I got this is supposedly the mini Euros tacos. Don't know if the video shows justice. This is not mini in the slightest, but oh my goodness, looks fantastic. And look at these fries. I can't wait to dig in.
This is our tour guide, Maria, with Kristen. And Cece is shooting a tease with them for TCL that they're going to send back and they're going to show on the show.
Elizabeth, greetings from Greece. We are on our very first excursion. This is Rhodes, Greece, which is known as the friendliest city in the Mediterranean, and I can absolutely say it lives up to that friendliest name because our tour guide, Maria, extended our tour by inviting us out for beverages. Where are we right now?
Well, you are in a very interesting courtyard that was part of one of the 8 themes that the Order of St. John the Baptist used, especially the people from French origin from here of Auvergne.
Because this is a medieval city.
Yeah, it's 14th century. All around you is the original building of the 1400s.
Okay, seriously, like I love calamari, and this may be some of my favorite calamari I've ever had, and I'm including like Palo and whatever else we've been to. This is amazing. The breading is so light, just you can taste the calamari. It's not hidden underneath all these other flavors and like extra breading and all that stuff. This is fantastic. Which direction you want to head? That way? You want me to get a shot of you just like walking?
Just down the street.
Back pedal?
So we finished with our meal. We're now just wandering in kind of the shopping area, but it's so cool. You just see the classic buildings, and
Like
then
owls?
you've got your restaurant. Got a little fountain with an owl on top up there.
I know, right?
All right, so we had some fun doing a little tour, did some shopping, had an amazing meal with beverage. We are now going to head back toward the Celebrity Infinity, and we have a lot going on board tonight, so we'll see what we're going to do next.
You look all fancified.
Thank you.
Where are we going?
We are going to go to the specialty dining of La Petite Chef.
What's so special about this?
It's like, well, it's an experience. We'll find out.
So the restaurant we're going to is on deck 11 in the aft of the ship. And we had to make reservations for this. This is a additional cost. Just trying to find the entrance to get in. So now we're on the left side of the ship, the port side. All right, and we're gonna be seated right away. We just sat and they gave us the menu, and not sure what's going on yet. But the Le Petit Chef, the tiny chef, I think is what that translates into. So here is our menu. We're gonna have the magical cooking book. And inside, here's the menu. So there's 2 things. So this side is going to be the magical menu where we're going to see the show. However, we can order the alternate menu, but with that, you do not get the show for that. So we're going to get a show, and when we have the show, we're supposed to open the book to the first page, which is blank, and have our stuff to the edge so that we can have the show happen right here in front of us. This is going to be an interesting experience. They just dimmed the lights in the entire room, so I think the show's about to start. So we got our book open to the blank pages. I just noticed the decor is interesting. They're like lamps that are upside down hanging from the ceiling. They closed the curtains in the restaurant and also dimmed the lighting. And we got the page open. Looks like we're ready to go.
And make sure the pages are perfectly aligned with a rectangle of light. Celebrity Cruises presents Le Petit Chef and a magical cooking book. This was no ordinary cooking book. The book contained magical recipes to solve all sorts of problems, such as Greek salad to make you 10 years younger, and magical crispy bacon slices. Step 2, sprinkle mystical cheese bites on top. Step 3.
We've got this brioche, crispy speck ham chop, so enjoy.
Thank you.
Bonjour. Did you summon me? Please don't hurt me. I didn't mean to summon anybody. Oh, wow.
Hello, I am the AI-controlled kitchen robot 3000, created by my superior skills.
Superior skills? I'll show you superior skills. Here!
Please stop interfering with my procedures.
I'm afraid I don't have any further use of you. Au revoir! And that is the end of the AI revolution. Long live humanity! Bon. All my life, nobody has ever taken me seriously as a chef since I'm so little. I'm done being the world's smallest chef. Very, I wish to become the world's largest chef. Look at me, le grand chef. Yeah. Oh, it's just a bit too small, but not problem, I have an ID. Oh, cool, it worked. To you, the world record-breaking largest beef en croûte. Bon appétit. Oh, wow, magnifique. Oh, Barry, I never realized being so tall would give me such a big, unsatisfiable hunger. Hey, it's magnifique. What's up? The sharing is getting... Careful what you wish for.
We thought we'd step out of the deck 4 sun deck, but it's a little bit windy.
It's a little windy and it's a little cold right now, actually.
We're gonna head into the theater on deck 4. We're gonna check out the show. What's the show tonight, hon?
Broadway.
Broadway show?
Broadway, yes.
This is called Broadway, and while we're waiting, they have trivia up on the stage. This is kind of a cool theater. I got the seats where 2 people can sit next to each other, and they got little tables, so that's nice. You can spread out a little bit. We're back in our stateroom for the evening, but we went to dinner. What do we do for dinner tonight?
So tonight we went to one of the upcharge restaurants. We went to Le Petit Chef, which is this French-inspired menu. But the really cool thing is that they do like a little animation thing. They like cook your meal on digitally on your table, and then it is served to you by your chef. Very creative, a lot of fun.
Yeah, haven't seen anything like that. It was a really neat little experience. So let's talk about what we had. So for starters, we had one of their specialty cocktails. We both got the...
It was a lavender lemonade, and it had gin in it, and it was very good.
Yeah, I liked it. I would say that was at least a 5.5. I'd get that again if they had it like at another bar type thing.
Yep.
But then it was a 4-course meal.
Yes.
And so for the first course we had
the potato leek soup.
This was amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
Definitely a 5. I mean, that probably was my favorite, because I actually really enjoy potato leek soup. That was my favorite I've ever had.
I told Carrie when we get home, you gotta find a potato leek soup recipe because I really enjoyed it. Then for the second course.
Second course was citrus poached cod loin. This one was different. I mean, again, citrus, and it was like with squash, and I'm not a huge fan of cod. I'm just gonna throw that out there to say it. I did enjoy the flavors, but I couldn't finish it. It just got to be too much for me. I'd still probably give it like a 3.5 out of 5 on that one. It was good. It was a little too much for me, not being a big fan of cod.
Yeah, I'd give it a 4 though. I did enjoy it. But then the third course, which was the main course,
was beef tenderloin en croûte, which was basically very high-end beef Wellington. It was, and that I definitely got to give that steak a 5. That was, it was, you know, a tenderloin, and he told us right off the bat, he was like, we usually recommend this being served medium to medium well, and so I decided, since my steak last night was a little rare for me, I went with the chef recommendation, and it was fantastic. And then it was wrapped in mushrooms and a pastry, and then it was served with a red wine sauce, all of which were so good.
And there was spinach in there too.
Yeah, there was spinach in there too.
But I got mine medium rare. I normally don't like a beef Wellington type thing, but this was fantastic. I give this a 5. Just great. And then the final round.
Final round was a chocolate cremel, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and I'm probably not. But that also was, I would give that a 5. It was basically a chocolate mousse with a raspberry cream, and then it was served with a raspberry sorbet on top, and just all the flavors worked really well together. It was, you know, even though it was a darker chocolate, it was so, it was just so smooth. It wasn't bitter. The raspberry really complemented it really well.
And then after dinner, we went over to the show.
We did go to the show. Tonight's show in the theater was Broadway, and so it's just a collection of different Broadway songs throughout the years. And they even had, at one point, they had aerialists perform with their silks. They were amazing. The cast was incredibly talented.
All right, well, we're going to call it a night. Hey, please do us a favor and subscribe if you're new here. About 90% of our viewers are not subscribers, so help us flip the number and help with our channel grow. Help us reach our next goal of 2,000 subscribers. But what is the plan for tomorrow, hon?
Tomorrow, we have another port day. We will be in Turkey, and we are doing a special excursion arranged by Carousel Travel. We're going to go visit Ephesus. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And a bunch of historical sites. So I'm really excited about tomorrow.
But hey, we want to thank you for joining us along this Twin Cities Live Greek Isles tour with Carousel Travel. But for now, I'm Bill.
I'm Carrie.
You've been watching KB Trek. Please, if you like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Until then, good luck and have fun.
See ya.
I told her.